Muhammad, peace be upon him, was born in Mecca on 12 Rabi al-Awwal. His mother, Amina, was the daughter of Wahb ibn Abdu Manaf of the Zara family. His father, Abdullah, was the son of Abdul Muttalib. His ancestors can be traced to the noble house of Ishmael, the son of Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him. The Prophet's father died before he was born, and his mother took care of him till the age of 6. By the time he turned 6, his mother too passed away. His grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, took tender care of the orphaned child. But he also ended up passing away in the next 2 years, and before his death, he put the uncle of Muhammad, Abu Talib, in charge. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, grew up as an obedient boy. When he was 12 years old, he accompanied his uncle Abu Talib on his journey to Busra. They traveled for many months in the desert. It was at Busra that the Christian monk Bahira met Muhammad. He then said to Abu Talib, "Return with this boy and guard him against the hatred of Jews. A great career awaits your nephew." Abu Talib didn't quite understand what the monk had meant. His nephew was just a normal child. He thanked Bahira and returned to Mecca. After this journey, nothing special happened in the life of this young prophet for a long time, but all authorities agree that he had a great wisdom, manners and morals, which was rare among the people of Mecca. He was liked by everyone for his good character and wisdom that he received the title of Al-Amin, which means the faithful. Like every other child, he had to do the chores in his family. His uncle had lost most of his wealth, and the Prophet helped him by taking care of his flocks. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, mostly led a solitary life. He was sad when he saw the sudden outbursts of bloody quarrels among the people of Mecca. The people didn't care about the law. The Prophet's heart grieved when he saw the misery of other people, and such scenes were a daily occurrence in Mecca during that time. When the Prophet was 25 years old, he traveled once again to Syria, and it was here that he met the love of his life, Khadijah. Khadijah was one of the most beautiful and noble women around, and she was from a very wealthy family, but she was a widow. Despite being a widow, many wealthy and prominent men in the society asked her hand in marriage, but she rejected them all, as she had lost the desire to marry again. It was only until Prophet Muhammad entered her life. Khadijah was looking for someone honest who could conduct business for her. It was then that she got introduced to the Prophet. The Prophet soon started working for her and set out for his first business trip, followed by a servant. After they came back, she asked her servant about the Prophet's conduct. The servant amazed her by his report. Khadijah fell deeply in love with the Prophet. Even though he was 15 years younger, she resolved to marry this man. The next day, she sent his sister to this young man. "Why are you not married yet?" she asked him. "For lack of means," he answered. "What if I were to offer you a wife of nobility and beauty? Would you be interested?" she asked. "Who is it?" he replied. When she mentioned her sister, the young man chuckled in amazement. "How could I marry her? She has turned down the most noble men in the city. They were much wealthier and prominent than this poor shepherd." But the sister replied, "Don't you worry, I will take care of it." Not long after, the Prophet married Khadijah. May Allah be pleased with her. It was the beginning of one of the most loving, happiest, and sacred marriages in all human history. This marriage gave him the loving heart of a woman who consoled him and kept alive within him a flickering flame of hope when no man believed in him. When the Prophet reached the age of 35, he settled by his judgment a grave dispute which threatened to plunge Arabia into a fresh series of war. It was the time for rebuilding the Kaaba. Every tribe who had gathered there wanted the honor of raising the black stone, the most holy relic. Then a senior citizen intervened, and he said to the people, "You will listen to the first man who enters through that gate." The people agreed and waited patiently looking at the gate. The first man to enter the gate was none other than Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the Al-Amin. The different tribes sought his advice, and after they finished, the Prophet ordered, "Place the stone on a cloth. Each tribe shall have the honor of lifting the stone by holding a part of the cloth." The people happily agreed to this idea. The stone was thus placed, and the rebuilding of the house was completed without further interruption. The Prophet always helped the poor and needy as well. It is said that when his uncle Abu Talib fell into bad times, the Prophet cleared all his debts using his personal wealth. The Prophet also undertook the education of his uncle's son, Ali. A year later he adopted Aqil, another one of his uncle's sons. The Prophet, from his humble beginnings, had now become wealthy and quite respected. Khadijah, may Allah be pleased with her, gave birth to 3 sons and 4 daughters. But none of the male children survived. They all died in childhood. It was during this time that a group captured Zaid, a young boy, from the arms of his mother. These people then sold the boy as a slave in the market of Ukaz. Zaid was bought by a relative of Khadijah, and he gave him as a gift to her. Khadijah in turn gave the boy to the Prophet as a gift. The Prophet became very attached to Zaid, to whom he referred as Al-Habib, which means the beloved. Zaid considered the Prophet to be his mentor and followed his ways. The boy had a spiritual mind and good morals of the Prophet. In the meantime, Zaid's parents were still grieving at the loss of their son. They prayed on a daily basis that their beloved son would be